What's going on, guys? Welcome to another video, and if you can't tell by the title and thumbnail of this video, we're going to be reviewing, or not really reviewing, but going and checking out my dad's classic cars. He's got 4 really nice classic cars. I've mentioned it in a video prior to this one, but today we're going to actually be going and checking them out. He's got one project that he's doing, but it's still it's a really clean project. There's not much rust, and that's actually the frame that is at the shop that you've seen in previous videos where I've been doing up at my actual work. But the reason for the lack of videos, guys, is because of the weather. The weather has been really terrible around here for the past 3 weekends. It's rained one weekend, last weekend it snowed. This weekend it's still raining, if you can't tell by the cloudiness, if you can see it or not, I don't know, but it's really overcast, it's still sprinkling. That's the reason why we're in this truck. And also, I have some bad news for my Mustang once again. I've had some really bad luck with my Mustang here lately, and which is fine, I know it's gonna happen. But the transmission it totally crapped out on me. I was driving it the other day. I got on it pretty hard. I was messing around, you know, just having bored, driving the car around, having a little fun. Got on it pretty hard, first and second gear. Went to go hit second gear, and she came apart. So we're gonna need a transmission for the Mustang, unfortunately. But it gives me a good excuse to pick up the TKO 600 that I've been wanting and been needing, because I plan on making a lot more horsepower with the car eventually. So, you know, bad thing, but also a good thing. I get to do an upgrade. So the Mustang will probably be down for a little while, but just bear with me, guys. I'll try to get it fixed as quick as possible, but there will be content coming in between that time. And I'll also keep you updated on it as much as possible. Actually, guys, in the meantime, while I'm driving over there, I'm gonna throw up some footage of the drone that I just recently bought, and kind of got some pretty cool shots of it, but here you go. Finally arrived. Don't look like he's here, which is fine. I'm sure he won't care if I take a peek at his cars. That would be it. Oh, it's a mess in here. There's the 49 right there. Let me get some lights on. But anyways, guys, this is the 49 Chevrolet truck that me and him's currently working on. It's got the original, I mean, this is all original, every bit of it. It's got the original engine, original trans. All that's going to be changed, though. It'll probably just have an old small block 350 or something like that in it. That chassis that we got at the shop is actually the chassis that's going to be going on this truck body, because it's really hard to find parts for this particular frame, and plus it's, you know, it's solid axle front suspension and the S10 frame. All tubular stuff that we're going to be putting on it. It's going to ride much better, handle much better. It's not like we're going to race it or anything, but it's just drivability wise. But show you the inside of it. If this door opens, it opens, but it needs to be reworked. But the inside of it, I don't know how much you can tell in there without a light, but original seat, all the interior's original. All this stuff will be taken out. We'll probably end up doing some sort of bucket style seat with a made center console, something we'll fab up, and the bed. The bed on this thing's actually in pretty solid shape. It's not bad. All the wood panels and stuff is gone, but we'll be putting that back new anyway. My dad got a really good deal on this truck for how rust free it is. It's really solid. That's gonna be a fun project to build. Alright guys, so now on to the next cars. Now these two are the really nice ones, and there's one more up in the other garage I gotta show you. But these are his pretty much show cars. We'll start with the back here since we're already back here. But this is a 1960 Chevy Biscayne. Same thing as an Impala, it's just the Biscayne had a little bit different chrome packaging. Like the Impala has a big chrome piece that goes down the side all the way down, plus down the door, and even up there on the front fender there is another piece of chrome. Tell you what, that's about a 5-body trunk right there. This thing is super nice though. Show the interior. It's kind of dark in here guys, but super nice. I don't know if this is all original, these style of seats. I'm pretty sure it is a bench style seat, but I'm not sure if this is the factory, you know. This car has been restored. It's got it does have factory style carpet. I'm just not sure if the color matches. This thing is super clean. Got me a light here, shed some light on it, but this car is super nice. One of the nicest cars he has. I know you can see it now, but that big old purple people eater over there, that's the 48 Pontiac Silver Streak. I'll get to that one in a second. Car is super clean though. Looks like he's been doing some work on it under the hood, cleaning up some stuff. This is an all factory 283 turbo fire motor. This isn't a fast car by any means, but just really nice driver. The only thing we've done to it since we've got it is he's had a lot of body work done to it, and the intake, valve covers, and carburetors all been swapped just to make it look a little bit better with some aluminum, with the aluminum intake and better looking valve covers. This car is really clean though. This is probably one of my favorite cars he's got besides his truck. I'll show you here in just a few. Alright, now on to the 48. Now this one's got a lot of chrome pieces missing, but we're in the process of getting it re-chromed and getting it all fixed up, and I'll help him put it back on. But now this car is really nice too. This is the 48 Pontiac Silver Streak. It came factory, and as you can see, all this stuff this chrome is missing. We're getting it re-chromed because it was all painted the same color as the car, but the hood strap's missing. But this car is super duper nice. Better be careful with it, because if I scratch any of his cars, I'll hear it for the rest of my life. Do a little walk around of it, but man, I love this car. I love all his cars. He must have been charging the battery. He don't drive them often, so he has to charge the battery every once in a while, and it's inside this little pocket here. But as you can tell, trunk pan's all finished, all decked out, all molded in. I love the way the back of this car looks, especially with the little teardrop tail lights and stuff. I love it. This car's also had a lot of work done as far as body work, like back here. This has all been molded and shaped different. Usually these doors come back at a square and they're squared off, but they have taken, and my dad bought this car pretty much, just like this. The only thing we've done is added these wheels and done some engine work and stuff, but I'll get to that in a second. But when my dad got this car, all this stuff, we got a actual document of it, little documentation of it, the little story of it, about what all has been done to it. And the reason why it has a little thing right here, it was made for a wine vineyard. Somebody had made it specially for a wine vineyard, and I guess it was like a tribute car to them. The only thing, yeah, like I said, we got these, we put these Riddler wheels on it. I say we a lot, but really I just helped him put it on. Let me get a light and I'll show you underneath the hood. This car is also really clean as far as just firewalls, you know, all Frenched in and cleaned up, and everything matches, all the paint. Breather's been matched to the paint on the car. It's got AC, heat, all that good stuff. Now we'll get to the interior. This car, as you can tell, don't have door handles, but it does have the old push button door jams. So he's got the little remote. The interior of this car has also been redone with aftermarket seats and stuff. Get a light in here so you guys can see a little better, hopefully. But it's got digital gauges. It's got the digital gauges, the aftermarket radio. It's got vintage air, which this car did not come with. If you don't know what vintage air is, all it is an aftermarket AC system that converts all the stuff to under the dash instead of having the condenser out there on the firewall and all that stuff. But it's got like a bucket / bench style seat. Same thing for the back. Everything in here is all matched to the car. And that's the 48. I really love that car too. Super duper nice. But now we got to get up to his high horsepower big block Chevy truck. Now this thing is a monster. He's had it for, gosh, probably about 30 years. But it's a 1973 Chevy C10, and it's super nice. But give me 1 second, let me walk up to the house. Alright guys, this is his 1973 C10. Like I said, this truck does have a big block. I'll show you that in a minute. This thing is a monster. Do a walk around. I actually told him to pick those wheels out for this car, or for the truck. Rocking some Nitto NTO 55 Rs, I think, or 555 Rs. Yeah, 555s. I like the way that is. It's been on here for a long time, the little flame style taillights, but I really love the way that looks on this truck, especially at night. The bed's all done, fixed up. It does have a spot right here that he does have to get fixed. But this bed liner has been in here for like, man, 10, 15 years. I absolutely love this truck. So we'll do the interior now, show you what that looks like, which is still all just as nice as the rest of the truck. I don't have a light up here, guys, but I hope you can see in here. It's a little dirty in here. He needs to clean this thing. But he's got little racing lap belts. But this thing right here is a absolute beast. This big block aluminum head, fuel injection. It's got the fast fuel injection style, self-tunable. You can tune it on this little control head right here. It's just regular old bench seat, gray interior. I don't know if you can see the color that well, but it is all gray. The original gauge cluster. I think this is an aftermarket dash pad, but looks really good in here. He actually had to put these in for the drag strip. He takes this thing to a drag strip every once in a while, and they told him he at least had to have a lap belt. So he's got a lap belt on this side and on that side. It's laying there over there beside the car, beside the seat, I think. Everything on his car is all closed so good. Like the doors, they just real nice, solid close, just thud shut. They don't rattle or nothing, just really smooth. All right, guys, now to get to the real thing right here. Let's pop the hood. Like I said, guys, this is a big block 454. Pretty much stock bottom end, but it's got the Pro Comp aluminum heads. I think those are 2¼ inch headers out the side of the, just out the exhaust port. I think they're 2¼ inch headers, long tubes. It's got, like I said, the fast fuel injection system. It's a throttle body, and not throttle body injection, but it has the throttle body on top right here under the breather, and the fast fuel rail, all that stuff. Under the hood of this thing is, it's a little dirty, but it's still super clean as far as it's got the, MSD ignition. It's also got the vintage air system, which converts everything to inside under the dash and just makes the firewall all nice and smooth. This thing right here makes a ton of horsepower and loads of torque. It's got with the Pro Comp heads, it does have I can't remember if it was a Pro Comp cam or a thumper. I think it was a mother thumper cam that's in this thing, and it's probably about the same size as my camshaft in my Mustang. It's probably about 560 to 580 lift with about 245 to 240 duration at 50, and this thing sounds incredible. I'm actually gonna call my dad and I'm gonna see if it's okay if I start this thing up for you guys, if the battery's not dead. Like I say, it's been sitting here for a while, but hopefully I can get this thing and get a cold start. Alright guys, the battery was dead, but I found a jump box here, so I'm gonna get a cold start for you, and I really hope the GoPro mic doesn't crackle and pop because it's gonna be inside the garage, but y'all gotta hear this thing. Take a second for it to get warmed up. It's idling a little bit high right now. There it goes. I ain't trying to be biased or nothing, but that is what bald eagles and freedom sound like right there. This one's more near and dear to our hearts because this was my grandpa's truck, and this actually used to be a brick mason truck. Like, they hauled brick and did brick work with this truck right here. And this trim right here you see, that's not the only trim that's going to be put back on it. We're going to end up going down the body line right here and putting another piece of trim, and then inside, and then also a piece here. And then in the center of that, we're probably going to do some the color that the actual wheel is. We're going to do that in the middle just to break it up, because it's been solid orange for 20 years, and these pieces weren't on here a few months ago, but my dad's been thinking of something to do just to change up the truck a little bit, make it look a little different, which it'll look good. It'll look really good once it's done. Alright guys, that's going to be it for today. I really appreciate you guys watching. I really appreciate all the subscribers I have. About up to 300 now, so we're getting that closer to that 500 that I'm wanting. And like I said guys, if you like the video, be sure to like and subscribe, and be sure to turn on that notification bell. And if you'd like to, share the video. Share it around. I don't care who sees it. But until next time, guys, I really appreciate you watching, but we'll see you.